RDTDaily.com presents a Tarabuster with comedian Tara Devlin.
All right, what's up? What the hell is going on? Guys, thank you so much for hanging out. This is unapologetic liberal talk on the right side of history, decency, dignity, democracy, and humanity. And we need more. We need more of that. Don't you think? Because we're in big-ass trouble. Big-ass, damn-ass, big-ass trouble. And we're teetering on the brink of fascism. Might not be any going back at this point. I'm not sure. More will be revealed. And I see what's happening tonight. They passed the infrastructure, Joe Biden's first part of his infrastructure plan. Or his, I mean, it's not the progressive dream. The progressive dream would certainly look a lot more, a lot less sold out to corporate interests. There's no coincidence that we can't have nice things when we have legal bribes built right into the system, and 1 in 4 U.S. senators hold fossil fuel investments, even as the entire world trends towards becoming uninhabitable. How much longer are we going to take it? I ask that a lot. How much longer? I say this. How much longer, people? How much longer? I don't know. How we start is we start waking people up. And it starts with communication. And here, this is what we're doing. This is why we do the show. Hopefully we build our community and it keeps growing and we get the word out. There's no, anyway, whatever. Let me stop going on and talking like this at this point because I forgot to do all the plugs. And I'm waiting for more people to start populating the chat room. The problem with the show, okay, we all know, guys, if you watch the show on a regular basis, you understand our issue is not having a daily show at a set time. I encourage everyone to please become a patron at patreon.com/TaraDevlin so we can do that. It's very difficult to build a community when you don't have a show at a set time. So, yeah. So on Saturdays, we record in the vicinity of 7 p.m., 7:30, 8, I don't know. Seems to change on occasion. But tonight, I'm going to try to keep it, to around 7:15, 7:30. Anyway, tonight's a very special treat for you all. We're going to talk to Robyn Kincaid. And I'm excited about this. I'm looking forward to this and could tell you the truth. As if I don't ever, as if that's not what am I trying to say? As if I tell you any other thing but the truth. It's been a hard couple of years. We've been through it, and I'm not alone. Where everyone is it's been a tough 2 years. And I have to tell you, watching Robyn, Robyn is, I know, I met Robyn as Bob. You guys probably know Bob Kincaid from Head On Radio Network, an amazing broadcaster. And she, I guess I finally got to meet her after many years of knowing her and really, and loving and respecting, my friend Bob, who I now know, finally has the courage. I don't even know what to say. I sound like an idiot. Finally has the courage. That's a stupid thing to say. Shut up, Devlin. No. It is courage. Let's get Robyn in here, because the thing is, let me shut up before I keep sticking my foot in my mouth. Because I want to ask her how tedious it is to constantly be told how inspiring you are. So let's get to that. Hold on. What I have to do is loop her in. Hold on a second, everybody. And this is a perfect time if you're waiting to go to patreon.com/TaraDevlin and become a patron. And what else? Oh, yeah. SoundCloud, iTunes, Stitcher. Give the show a good review on iTunes. And keep coming back. It works if you work it, so work it. You're worth it. FYINation.com. That's another independent liberal channel. Of course, Progressive Voices and Verdant Square Radio. And yeah, we're in this together. We don't have big billionaire benefactors. We have each other. So you probably are aware of Robyn. We have a lot of same audience, crossover audience. So let's get her in here. Hold on a second, guys. If you're waiting for some content, go on over to youtube.com/C for channel/Tarabuster to join the conversation. I see the chat room filling up. All right. Let me see. What am I doing here? Skype. And now I have to loop Robyn in. Let's see if I can do this. I've done this before. I swear to God. All right, it should add. Okay, add. Let's see what happens. It's happening. Something's happening. Hold on. Robyn. Okay, I got you. I got you. All right, great. Great.
I think so.
We're working on it. 1 second.
Yeah, I see you.
All right, good. Almost. I got you. That's Robyn. That's me. Wait, I want you. Oh, yeah, that's good. Wait, hold on. I got to put you on the other side. There we go. Because I have your lower third here. All right.
Should I?
There you go. Yeah, try to make yourself as large as I am. Can you see that in the screen? Well, you're fine. You're actually fine. We look fine. We're fine. Because sometimes if you interview somebody, they're very small in the screen, or it just looks
small.
Weird. No, you're good. You're good. You're very good.
Okay.
You look great.
Okay.
You look awesome. And okay, guys, on the phone, on Skype, not just the phone, on everything. We do it all. We get video and audio here. We have visuals too. I feel like my mic is very hot. Hold on. All right. Yeah, it's going into the red. You guys can hear me, right? You can hear me, right, Robyn?
I hear you fine.
All right, Tara Jr., get up here. Let's get everybody in here. All right, here's the cat. Tara Jr.
Tara Jr. looks like a cat who lives just across the street from us.
Oh, really? He's got that. Yeah, he's got that familiar orange look to him.
Yes. I think he's responsible for a certain little tortie kitten that we're raising.
Uh-oh. Well, that's a problem. All right, Robyn. So let me, for those who don't know Robyn, I don't know if that's even possible, but in the audience that we have, what are you doing, Robyn? Where the hell are you? You're in Louisiana?
No, I'm in Birmingham.
Birmingham.
Alabama.
That's what I meant. No.
Huh?
Same thing. Louisiana,
okay.
Alabama.
It's still Appalachia. I'm literally sitting on the flank of Red Mountain.
Wow.
Right now.
That's great.
We got here on Thursday. We have had a season in hell since we got here.
What happened? So, Robyn, you're there. You're getting gender. What is it? It's confirmation surgery.
Yes. It's going to be very involved and probably painful and uncomfortable, but it's a process necessary to get me to where I finally need to be.
And what day is your surgery, by the way? I'm just wondering.
Tuesday morning.
Tuesday.
Tuesday morning.
Are you guys? Are you hearing this? Are you seeing this on the chat? Are you hearing this? It's Tuesday.
Yeah.
That's like. That's like right around the corner. I can't even believe it.
I haven't had any kind of surgery since I was like 4 years old and had a tonsillectomy.
Well, this is the one that counts, I think. I think this is going to be the one. Anyway, let me focus a little bit, because I have to say, I was telling everybody, and people who watch the show know, I've been like, I've been having a hard time. We all know. I'm not alone. Everyone in this world, it seems, is struggling a little bit. And it's been a hard couple of years, but the fact that honestly, Robyn, it must be sickening to you to constantly be told how inspirational you are, because you're just living your life, and wait, hold on. You're not,
I hope I can be.
Hold on a second, Robyn. We'll be right back with Robyn Kincaid. All right, guys, we're back. This is Tara Devlin with Robyn Kincaid. We're talking about, probably the most important day of Robyn's life is coming up on Tuesday, where Robyn, everything that's going on in this world, you're still, on the front lines, fighting at the barricades, trying to make this world a better place, and also, going through this incredible experience. And it's frightening too. I can't even imagine.
Process experience, yeah.
And
it's been liberating, but it's also been rife with strife. If I can rhyme.
Right.
It's been a year of jumping through flaming barbed wire hoops, getting letters proving to various and sundry behavioral health professionals that I'm actually sane enough to make this decision.
Right. It's not like you're having some kind, all of a sudden you woke up one day and were like, gee, I think I'll change my entire life. So.
Yeah, no. And then of course, because America, there was an insurance company to fight with.
Right.
So if they cover this surgery.
Wait, hold on a second, Robyn. You broke up
through
there.
All the flaming barbed wire.
You broke up there for a second. It's kind of jumpy on your end there. Your feed is a little jumpy. Do you know what I mean? I'm wondering. It's getting a little frozen at times. See, like right now, it's a little bit.
It may be the craptastic internet.
It could be.
It's me.
It's probably.
No, it's the craptastic internet here.
It's the internet. Yeah. Well, good thing that we need broadband. Good thing they just passed the infrastructure bill, right?
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Well, one part of it. But anyway, let's get back to what we were just talking about. Everything is going on, we all have our personal battles that we're fighting, and this is an incredible. You're fighting a life and death battle right now, and on top of everything else that's going on and everything that you're working on, and it's just. And I want to thank you really for being such a great friend, and also the courage to do it, to just finally take the leap, and it made me think about all of how all the people that I have known in life in general that maybe you don't really know, and think about all of those who lived and died who never ever got to live their authentic life. It makes me think about life. Anyway, go ahead, Robyn. So what can I ask you? Are you frozen right now? Is this a frozen feed that I'm looking at? I think so. Oh, Robyn. That's a nice shot, though. You look good. Wait a minute. I think Robyn is frozen. We might have to... You know what, Rob? We'll have... Maybe we'll do this... We'll have you call in. Let me see. I'll send you this... And you can call in on the guest line. And then maybe if you guys want to call in too. Okay. Yeah, Robyn is definitely frozen. Yeah, that's what a frozen Robyn looks like. All right. Or we can try again. I don't know. Doesn't this happen all the time? It sucks. I'm like trying to do a show, and then we have these technical problems. Thank God we have cats too, right? Look at that. Don't even think about the technical problems. Just look at the cat. Look at how cute that is, everyone. See? Look. What do you think, Junior? No? You don't like that? Oh, I see. You don't like being poked in the face. Oh, okay. I'll stop that. You don't like this? Is that it? Oh, all right. Good. Let me see. We are losing viewers. What day is this? Where am I? Who am I? All right. We got a very full chat room, at least. Robyn is awesome. Yes, Richard W. Let me see if she called in. Something must be wrong, I bet. I bet she's got a problem with her internet. I know. I'm trying not to sound trite about it, and really, I don't know, to say I sound, when I hear it coming out of my mouth, and I feel self-conscious, and I feel like I sound stupid. That's why I'm like, I don't even know how to express it with Robyn, that this is probably the most courageous, one of the most courageous things I've ever seen anybody do. Anybody. Oh, you're there. You're back.
Yeah, sorry about that. The hotel Wi-Fi wasn't worth a damn.
Oh,
so
my.
I bumped over to my iPad, and the picture is not as good.
But it's better.
I think the connection will stay.
Yeah. Hold on, let me get you on this side.
Sorry about that.
No, we're fine. Everybody's cool. Everybody in the chat room is well used to all the technical problems.
Well,
I think it's almost
to the gremlins. Yes.
I think it's sort of like another host of the show, really. The technical problems. It really is.
Gremlins out. The little gremlins out on the wing tearing at the fuselage. Yeah.
That's what it feels like. Constantly, right? Like battling the gremlins. All right, yes. So Lee in New York City says the insurance company said that the surgery... Oh, right. You told me this. The surgery is outpatient.
We may wind up just doing a phone call.
Oh, really? It's going out again? All right, let's do the phone.
Well,
let's do the phone.
Yeah, okay, we can do the phone.
Only unless, I don't know. Is it working?
Let's give it a try.
Let's just keep going. Keep going.
Yeah, what it boiled down to is I jumped through all the flaming barbed wire hoops, and the insurance company that I had a contract with, who said, yeah, sure, we're going to cover that. They got all my letters. They got the hospital did everything right, and they wrote back and said, well, okay, we'll cover, but only if they do it as an outpatient.
Outpatient. How do you do this as an outpatient? It's
well, I mean, I guess as I said on the horn, I guess they wanted me to have a Lee press-on vagina. I don't know.
Right. Well, that's it.
Yeah, just slap it on there and send her out the door.
Because you don't matter, Robyn. You're
profit
inconvenience.
Matters. Yes.
You know, they didn't want to pay for your surgery or anything.
No,
they would
never.
much rather you.
So what happened is, bless my doctor's heart and the hospital staff. They got it all right, and finally the insurance company said, okay, we'll cover, but you can't have 5 days in the hospital. You can only have 2. So they have the hospital has assured me, no, we are not going to kick you out on the street after 2 days in the hospital. We're keeping you for all 5.
Unreal. Well, I told you the story about my sister and she had 2 other babies, and then my nephew, when my nephew was going to be born, she had 2 children through C-section, and the doctor said, well, we're not even going to try. We'll just do C-section because, we know you. And the insurance company wouldn't approve it. They told her, just try to have it naturally.
Oh, God, they're so evil.
Yep. Just try. And it's like what happened now, what your doctors are saying. After a couple of days, they're going to get on the phone with the insurance company and argue with them. And that's what happened with my sister. It's like, just try to have it naturally. Well, she's been in labor for 24 hours and she needs a C-section. So, like, they're putting the child, the baby, in stress.
At risk.
Yeah, at risk. They don't care. Oh, my God.
Not at all.
It's not about health. It never is. And it's about money. This is the problem with this country. Greed is the only value worthy of any consideration. And that's probably why, when I'm saying this right now, I'm thinking, it's probably why I'm so appreciative of what you're doing and going through, and just being able that you're taking us for the ride as well. Because that in itself is courageous, and this is what I always say: we will win. This is why. Because,
I hope so.
Yeah, because of the courage to be a human fucking being, whatever, come what may, whatever, all of the complexities that entails, you have the right. To be yourself for this blip of time that we're sharing this planet.
But the truth of the matter is, Tara, as we look toward the coming 2022 election cycle and then 2024, of course, I think we're finding out early on that people like me and children who are trans are going to be the devil du jour of the good, God-fearing, upstanding, Bible-believing, Christ-centered, evangelical, fundamentalist, homosexual, Christian Republicans. Because they won't fight. They won't fight anything their own size. So they pick on kids. Right. The party of life, the party of the precious little fetuses. They're going. It's going to be nonstop, and it's going to be spiritually taxing. It already is.
Right.
But it's a fight worth having. And right now they're trying to separate the T out of LGBTQ.
Who's doing this? What's going on?
Well, it's with the TERFs and the anti-trans. There are progressives out there who are anti-trans who then call themselves progressives. And so what they want to do is carve the trans part out of LGBTQ, and then they'll go after whoever's the next most vulnerable.
Right. I often wonder who that is. Who that will? It'll probably be Muslims or something. I don't know. What do you think?
No. In the in terms of LGBTQ. I figure they'll probably go at. Let's see. After they've gone after trans, they'll go after the lesbians. And then they'll go after the bisexuals, and then they're hoping that everybody will be like, well, okay, as long as it's not us. Right. But I hope against hope that there's more unity than that.
Right.
We went over on my show. Spent much more time than we should have on the Dave Chappelle thing. And how awful that was.
Yeah.
And that guy is revered and loved.
I know. It's
by people who consider themselves liberal and progressive.
Right.
But all he does is punch down.
And he's like, I didn't see the special. I saw the clips from it. I won't watch it. And I saw the ad for it, and he was like, I'm gonna hurt some people. I'm gonna tell some things.
Oh, he's so proud of it.
Yeah,
he's proud of it.
I'm gonna say things that aren't nice. Because they're funny. That's what he said in the promo. And I was like, what the fuck is so funny about being an ignorant asshole that there's nothing funny about it. It's like making a fat joke or something. You don't do it because it's mean, it's not funny, it's lazy, it's ignorant, and it's hateful.
It's really slimy when you consider that he sold he sold the most marginalized group within a marginalized group.
Right.
You know, trans women. He sold the most marginalized trans women down the river, namely black trans women, who are more likely to be harmed, more likely to be killed than any other segment of this subsection.
That's right. Him saying what did he say? There's only two genders, and that's just the fact. That's just the fact. Are you fucking stupid? Yes.
Yes, he is.
Yes.
Yes.
And why everyone in that audience didn't boo or say, get the fuck out of here? You know, give the feedback. Boo. Because everybody thinks, oh, well, if he's saying it, yeah, then I love it. It must be true. And that's how the hate spreads. And then you have young trans kids who hear this shit and they want to kill themselves, and that's that. And this is what happens.
To be truthful, we've been talking since we made this trip. I've had a really good coming out experience in West Virginia. It is totally different down here.
Really?
It really, really is. Yeah.
Is it bad?
They're both redneck states, southern states. Yeah, it's bad.
What happened?
I mean, you know, you get stared at. You get snide treatment from store clerks who won't look you in the eye. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
What the fuck is wrong with that? Well, that's, I mean,
I was in a grocery store one night. See, the plan was, we went down and took a few days to get our heads together and just sort of let him go now, and we took some relaxation time. And so one night I was hungry, and I went up to the grocery store, and I was pushing my little buggy through the store and everything, and I came to and there was a guy probably my age, and he just couldn't stop staring at me.
Oh my God.
And I just looked back. And then I thought, you know, probably best for me not to get in a brawl in the grocery store.
Yeah.
But I desperately wanted to say, hey, buddy, take a picture. It'll last long.
Yeah, really.
So just little things like that I don't experience back at home.
Right.
This has been a fascinating cultural experience because, you know, West Virginia is getting so much grief now because of, well, you know, thanks Joe Manchin.
Oh, I know, right.
It's like, why don't you people do something about him?
Yeah, you big lazy. I thought you were talking about him, saying we're a bunch of takers entitled to, you know.
But Joe, why don't y'all do something about Joe Manchin? Well, Joe Manchin's not up for re-election until 2024.
I know, isn't this a nightmare? Oh my God.
I know, but the thing is, we've got a chance in 2022. We pick up 4 Democratic Senate seats. Mm-hmm. You know, we save Reverend Warnock and we save Kelly in Arizona, and we pick up 4 seats, and Joe Manchin becomes irrelevant.
Isn't that a beautiful vision of the future?
And nobody will give a damn what Joe Manchin says anymore.
I know. And Kristen Sinema too. Are you promised?
Well, yeah, she becomes irrelevant too. Pick up Florida, pick up Ohio, pick up North Carolina, and one other state, and poof, Kirsten Sinema and Joe Manchin don't freaking matter.
Well, this is what's going to have to happen. We know we're going to get screwed with this infrastructure bill. They passed the infrastructure bill, and what Pramila Jayapal said, they were having a hard time because there's no trust. And then they decided to vote for the bill because they made a conscious decision, a conscious choice, I suppose, to trust Joe Biden, his word, to bring this over the finish line. That's what they said. And we'll see. More will be revealed. If he's such a great goddamn deal maker, like he said, I can bring people together, go for it. But I have a feeling we're going to get fucked over, as usual. I'm
still fairly happy with Biden. I mean,
I'm not. I'm not.
For all the grief that he got over Afghanistan, we are out of Afghanistan.
Yeah,
after
exactly.
20 freaking years.
And I think
20 years too late. Mm-hmm. But we're out.
That's right.
Never should have gone in, but we're out.
Right. That's right. And I mean,
And
just
so-
watching that Colin Powell funeral too, though, and
Yeah.
the utter hypocrisy. We're such unabashed hypocrites and cowards to watch. Because I was watching his funeral, and of course it's nonstop praising him, but never.
Yeah, it's hagiography.
Yeah, I mean, what about? And I thought about all of those who died in these wars that he went to the UN with a fucking drawing of something, right? Didn't he have a drawing of a bomb or something? Who was that? That was
Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, this is not speculation. These are facts.
right, and they didn't get state funerals. They didn't get their funerals broadcast on. I mean, look at Cindy Sheehan's son. No one. She could barely get a meeting with these fuckers. So,
Oh yeah.
the guy who lied into a war. Oh, they were saying he had so much. He felt bad. He felt bad about it. All right. Hold on a second.
I know.
Well, anyway, so what was I saying? So Robyn,
Yes.
hi. Let me see.
We got political for a minute, didn't we?
No, it's good. I want to hear all about it. I do, because I want to hear what you. I'm glad that you said that, because I was getting really, that you're saying that, that you trust Joe Biden and whatnot. I think that he does want to get both bills passed, but the whole.
Well, I think if he had his druthers,
yeah,
we would have had the infrastructure bill and the Build Back Better bill that he wanted.
That's right, and it would have been 12 weeks of paid leave instead
Joe
of
Manchin.
nothing.
But Joe Manchin and Kirsten Sinema are the king and queen of America.
That's right.
And they're the ones who did this to us.
Mm-hmm. These two.
And they should have to wear it.
Yes.
But of course, expecting the multimillionaire for-profit media to make them wear it ain't gonna happen.
It ain't gonna happen.
Ain't gonna happen.
That's right. And also already Joe Biden said what I heard on corporate media is that there will be a signing ceremony for this infrastructure bill, and he is going to invite the Republicans, of course, because
well, of course.
This is what Democrats do. When Democrats get in power, they act and they try to model good behavior, like adults do, and then hoping against all hope that the Republicans will follow suit, and of course it never happens, and then we'll get the Lucy in the football effect again. And again.
Hey, Tara, I tell you what, I think we've given it the old college try here as far as the video is concerned.
It's not working?
I go ahead? I mean, it keeps freezing up on my end.
Yeah,
I'm on
that's not
Verizon
good.
Wireless. Can I try the number?
Yeah, call in. Well, let's do it.
We'll disconnect and you vamp for a minute. And
yeah, call just got to dump. I think if you just hang up on Skype and then that'll be fine, because I have to use call-in studio calls into Skype too, so I can't hang up. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Okay. So I'll hang up and I'll be
up.
back with you in about 3-4 minutes.
No,
okay?
you hang up. No, you.
You. No, you. Love you best. I'll be back.
See ya. Well, you guys, you know how it is. This is Tarabuster. We got lots of technical problems up in this bitch. That's why I'm a cranky old bitch. What do you want? I know, I have to stop. I gotta stop the cursing. It's not good. My mother would not be happy with me. I don't know. Sometimes it's just, I guess it must have been my upbringing. My Staten Island upbringing. My mother used to say, I don't know where you got that tongue on you. Where'd you get where'd you learn these curses? And I'd say, I learned it from you, Mom. Sort of like the old commercials about, I don't know. I think there's a commercial say, I learned it from you, about drugs. Okay, Robyn. All right. Anyway, guys, what do you think? Anyway, let's see what's happening in the chat. Thank you, guys. Oh, my God. Thank you, JD, for your super chat in pounds. Hello, Tara and Tara fans. Thank you. Thank you, Jim, for your super chat. And thank you, Richard W., for your super chat. Another great show, Tara. Thank you. Oh, here we go. Here, Robyn's back. Hold on. Robyn. Are you there, Robyn?
I'm here.
All right. Robyn is back. Robyn is back. All right. Now I have to get my on the phone graphic. All right. So you're what state are you in? You're in. I forgot. I know
Alabama.
I suck. Okay. Yeah. Because
or as I like to call it, Calabama.
Alabama. So you're in Alabama. Why Alabama?
Yeah.
Let me ask. I mean, is that where they do this surgery? It's surprising.
Yeah, well, as hateful as this state is relative to trans people, the University of Alabama Birmingham has opened up a gender clinic, and there is a brilliant young surgeon down here who is doing. I think he does male, female, and female.
Mm-hmm.
And so I wanted to get in this year. I wanted to get going as soon as I was done with my 1-year real life test.
Wow.
And
well,
so
you waited long enough,
I came
right?
Down here for 50 years, right?
Yeah, I think you waited long enough.
September 1st, and I had it. Yeah, and I came down here September 1st, and I had a. There we go. That's better.
Yeah,
I had a consult with my doctor. I had a consult with my doctor, and he said that he could do it on November 9th, and I was like, "Go,
holy
let's go!"
Shit.
So on Tuesday, and this is really really cool. It's a more modern, nuanced procedure. They use a robot.
Right.
Warning, Robyn Kincaid, vagina approaching.
Yeah.
And it's an 8-hour surgery, and then it's 5 days in the hospital, and then it's a convalescent time of 6 to 12 weeks.
Wow.
So it may be 3 months before I'm back home in West Virginia.
Wow. It's incredible. I mean,
because
it's incredible.
And the biggest challenge is the fact that I'm not going to be able to drive for a very long time.
How many other people are going through this at the same time are your other, like, on the surgery ward? Do you know, or?
Well, I think he maybe does one. I think maybe tops he does like 2 a week, maybe 3. I'm not sure, but probably just 1. So it'll just be me. And then next week there will be somebody else, and the week after that there will be somebody else.
Oh, so they do one. They concentrate on one person at a time.
Yeah,
So
because it's extremely complex. I actually watched a video of it being done.
I know.
Because I mean, most people would probably not do that, but I did because I wanted to know what's going to happen to my body.
Right.
And didn't gross me out, didn't scare me. They're going to knock me out. I mean, hell, if I die on the table, I'm not going to know I'm dead.
Until Jesus introduces you to your mansion, right? That's what happened.
No, I don't want to see Joe Manchin in the afterlife. I mean, I think I'd rather see the devil.
To your mansion.
Joe Manchin is the devil.
No, I bet, everybody gets a mansion. As long as I can live next to Janis Joplin and, I don't know, Eileen Wuornos.
Jimi Hendrix. Yeah.
It would be interesting, at least.
Yeah.
Just put me on the corner of Eileen Wuornos Way and Jimi Hendrix, Janis Joplin cul-de-sac. I don't know.
With a side of Hank Williams and a side of Jim Morrison. And
I don't know where Eileen Wuornos came from.
Kurt Cobain's too grubby for me. But
I just always felt bad for Eileen Wuornos. I know, isn't it? Where's this coming from? I felt bad for her. I used to work for Court TV, and when Eileen Wuornos was executed, I was working for Court TV, and I always felt bad for her. Yeah, I never thought she was like a real serial killer.
If anybody, if anybody was going to do that, she certainly earned the right, if you can say.
Yeah, like she was just a very abused and damaged person who was a victim of being, of abuse for years. I mean, terrible, terrible abuse her whole life. And anyway, this is not a crime podcast, but where did that come from? I think I've been watching a bunch of crime things. That's probably it. I've been, because I saw, we were talking about this on the show, because I watched some show about Ted Bundy, and then it really bugged me out for a long time. It really kind of haunted me, because it made me think. It's sort of like what you're going through now, in a way. Let me explain. Not that, it's just never really knowing somebody. You know what I mean? And I remember meeting you, Robyn. Right. When we first met, we were, it was a protest. We were protesting the Iraq war. And that was when Mike Malloy got arrested. And we spent a month in Washington, D.C. one weekend, right? That's what it felt like. And exactly. And we became fast friends. We were being through that experience.
We were the getaway car.
Exactly.
We were the getaway car. Back then, I was the wheel man.
Mm-hmm. And I remember,
and it was a blue Impala.
That's right.
Blue Impala, Tara.
And you were smoking a lot, I remember. And I was just like,
oh, yeah.
I just thought, no. I remember saying something to you, like, we need everybody healthy or something like that. Because I don't like...
I'm a non-smoker. I'm a non-smoker now.
I know. It's great. It's great.
I've been cigarette free since September the 15th, 2020.
It's
not
amazing.
That I'm counting or anything. But in order for me to start my hormone therapy, they said I had to quit smoking, and I wanted this. I wanted this more than I've ever wanted anything in my life.
It makes you wonder.
I quit the day I took my first dose. I quit the day I took my first dose of estrogen.
And I remember.
And didn't really look back.
Yeah, I mean, you're just looking so much better too. In general, happier, more relaxed. Hold on, I'll be right back. This is Tara Devlin talking to Robyn Kincaid. We're talking to Robyn Kincaid. My name is Tara Devlin. We're on, this is Unapologetic Liberal Talk. And, we're discussing Robyn Kincaid is going through her gender confirmation surgery after 50-something years. It's been a while, I guess. It took you some time to think about it, I guess. I'm sure at this point, that's why I was like, for me, knowing that you are going to get the surgery, it's great. It's great. I'm glad you're doing it. And not looking back, I'm glad it's happening this quickly because you've wasted enough time. God damn it. And I can't wait to do something, like go out somewhere.
I've had a long time to think about whether or not, I've had a long time to think about whether or not I want this. And I think I'm done pondering.
So can I ask you, what happened? What was the breaking point? Is that,
Yeah, the pandemic. The pandemic. I did not want to die in the closet.
Right. I hear you.
And so there have been, it's been, people have been extremely kind to me. First and foremost, my beloved. And beyond that, my son, my daughters, the people in the community where I live, total acceptance.
It's amazing.
But I realized that if there was and this is all before there was a vaccine or anything, scared to death, and I thought, if there's a disease out there that can have me horizontally crucified and dead in a week because I was a smoker, way too much, had comorbidities, all the things that said that that's what makes COVID kill you. So I thought, if there's a disease out there that's going to kill me in a week or two, I need to do everything in my power to be exactly the person that I am.
Right.
And so it took me a couple of months. I slowly started a sort of a half a social transition, started modifying my clothing, and started just looking around for anywhere that I could find someone that would give me hormones. God bless them. I finally found Planned Parenthood, and they said, if you want to start, you got to quit smoking. And so I quit smoking on September 15th and took my first dose of estrogen and didn't look back.
Wow.
And then I came out to the Horn. I came out in my community on October the 11th. I came out to the Horn community on New Year's Eve last year, and I had the assistance of one of the most wonderful people. I have the privilege of knowing she's a sister of mine for all intents. She's my big sister. We went to high school together.
Mm-hmm.
And she co-hosts a show for trans people on Saturday mornings called Trans Talk Raw. Her name is Terry Ellen, and we were in the same graduating class in high school. We played football together. We were on stage together.
That's amazing.
And 40 years later, we caught up with each other, and it's like because she had posted something on our high school graduating class page that said, "Do you recognize me?" It's like, "Oh my God! Oh my God! Oh my God! Oh my God!" And I had already started my transition. This was in December.
See, there are no coincidences.
And I reached out to her and I said, "Hey, I'm so proud of you." Yeah, I said, "Hey, I'm so proud for you. I'm so happy for you. You're living your truth. You're living authentically." All the while, I'm transitioning. It's closeted as hell.
All right.
And she writes back to me on the messenger and says, "Well, how about you?" And I said, "Well, been married 28 years and lawyer for a while, do radio." And I said, "And by the way, I started my transition last September."
Wow.
And she goes, "Get the fuck out."
Right. Because no one would know,
on December 30, And so on December the 31st, 2020, she joined me on the Horn, and we sort of jointly announced that I'm trans.
Right.
And I have invited the Horn community to come with me on this adventure, because there's a lot of people that they're afraid to ask. Saying, "Hey, are you going to have your?" And I'll answer the questions where a lot of people won't, because this is intensely private stuff. But I want people to know what we go through, and that we're just human beings like anybody else. If I, if I was badly nearsighted, I would go and get LASIK to correct my eyesight.
Right.
Nobody gives people hell for that.
My God.
Well, right. I'm correcting something that nature got wrong.
Yep.
That's all. That's all.
It's the pee-pee police. They want to know what's your pee-pee doing.
Oh yeah.
It's infants. That's
it's
that's
crazy.
the way kids are.
I've been living out and proud since September 15th, really out and proud since January 1st. But one of the things I had to go and do was get my West Virginia driver's license where it says female. Right. And you're damn right. If I go into a public restroom, I carry my ID with me in case somebody,
has anybody ever bothered you?
Look at this, you little bastard.
Oh my God.
So far, no.
Fucked up country. That's what's so sick. And what is so important about what you're doing and being open and out and being courageous, because you're also, this is why it's courage, because you're putting a target on your back. That's the bottom line too. You're out. It's so much easier, quote unquote, to live that lie, but really, ultimately, it's not.
Anybody who's ever spent whoever you are and however you are, anybody who's ever spent any time in the closet knows that it is a deadly place.
It sucks. I know. I've been there.
It's a choking place. It's a constricting place.
It's a nightmare.
I know right.
Yeah. I remember I think I told you when I was younger, when I realized I was gay. I knew I was gay when I was, God, I don't even know, young, very young. I knew I liked girls. I just couldn't tell, though. I didn't know what was wrong with that. You know what I mean? But I knew I couldn't tell anybody. I just didn't understand why it was a problem. I was like, that I liked.
Yeah, it's like me watching my little neighbors, playmates, little girls going off to ballet and brownies, and it's like, I want to go to ballet and brownies.
Right. And I always wanted to go to play
because
sports.
You learn early on.
Yeah. Right. Well, because
you
especially a boy, though.
Yourself,
I'm sorry.
No, all I'm saying is, if I tried to come out young where I was growing up in Alabama, they would have found me floating face down in the Tennessee River.
Right, that's it. And this is what people deal with. every single day. That's why it's the ignorance. They can get away with it. The right-wingers can vilify the trans community as their targeted minority group du jour because of the ignorance that's out there. And you'll never hear a Republican encourage their supporters to evolve, to learn, to open their minds, open their perspectives.
Oh, Lord,
Yeah.
no, because they're operating under W.C. Fields' commandment number 3.
Right.
Don't smarten up a chump. It's good. It's good money to traffic in hate
Yeah.
if you're a Republican.
It's so
The
cynical.
only problem is there's people like me and some other trans folks who are not going to put up with that shit. We will fight back.
And you will find we will fight with you. I mean, we're in this together. If trans people are being oppressed, we're all being oppressed. That's how I look at it. And
Yeah.
we have an obligation to each other, and especially for those young people,
Precisely.
right? To make a world worthy of us and all our diversity and complexity. It's such a missed opportunity for society at large. I mean, this is what's so sad about Republicans, that their world. It reminds me of The Wizard of Oz when Dorothy goes from black and white into color. That's the way it is with Republicans.
Yeah.
They must.
Well,
they have to have
let's
this
look at
black and white
look at
world.
it. Mm-hmm. Yeah, look at it this way. Which side would you rather be on? The side that wants children to commit suicide, or the side that wants to convince them not to, that wants to prevent those
Right.
suicides, that wants to see them grow up?
I know.
I want to be on. I guess that kind of makes me actually really, no kidding, pro-life, and the Republicans pro-death.
Right. And that's it. And I mean,
Doesn't
they're
it?
so full of crap. Like even tonight with this Build Back Better thing, Nancy Pelosi was on the floor and she was talking about the infrastructure bill, and she's like, this bill will not add a single dollar to the deficit. And the Republicans started to laugh in the chamber. And she stopped. She says, "Oh, do I hear laughter from the other side, from the very people who added $4 trillion to the deficit by giving money to the rich?" And that shut
God
them
love
up.
her.
But that's what has to happen every goddamn time. You cannot leave ignorance laying right in the floor like a rotten egg, because it will stink everything up. And we have so many problems, like in everywhere we look. That's how it feels to me. There are the problems are systemic.
It feels that way. It feels that way because it is that way.
Right. I mean, money in politics, the greed, the corruption. I mean, everywhere we look, the priorities are backwards. Hold on, we'll be right back with Robyn Kincaid. Oh no! Are you kidding me? Is this for real? There's somebody in the chat who just wrote "Let's go, Brandon." Is that ironic? Is that being ironic, or are they?
It has to be. I can't imagine that you allow little right wing asshats in your channel.
Every now and then we get right wingers. They fall into the room. They stumble drunk into the chat room, and Haiku usually gives them a couple of minutes to shit their pants.
Drunk and stupid is no way to go. Right. Drunk and
Right.
stupid is no way to go through life, but it appears to work for maggots.
Right. I mean, well, I'm glad that this person wrote that too, because that's we can talk about it. It proves me right. This whole "Let's go, Brandon" thing again. Remember how the Republicans for years we would talk about? They would say, "Put the adults in charge." Right? Remember that? Because being an adult means ensuring that people, I guess, needlessly die without health care, or I don't know, a granny eats cat food. Is that it? That's what being an adult is. Put the adults in charge. This is the adults, the potty mouth little babies who are hyper focused on what everybody's pee-pee is doing. And that's all they got is like little potty mouth schoolyard bully taunts.
Yeah.
Let's go, Brandon. Is this real fucking life, by the way? I have to ask.
Well, I mean,
this
but that just goes to show who they are.
Right.
I don't.
What is that?
Can we use the F bomb here?
Yes,
can we
this
use
is a
the F-bomb?
podcast. I mean, we can. Yeah,
Because, see,
I mean,
I don't.
yeah,
right. So I don't have a problem saying fuck Trump. Okay.
Right. It's just
But
lazy.
they think that they're being cute by saying it's just so infantile.
It is.
It's juvenile.
It's like it
but
is
that's
not.
who they are.
Right. That's what I mean. And they prove my point all the time because I make the case that Republicans, I call them cons on occasion. I don't know. I have to just decide whether I'm going to call them Republicans. I don't know. Whatever. It doesn't matter. Because I can't stand that Democrat Party thing, so I've been calling them Republicans. It's just annoying. Whatever.
Oh, God. Yeah, but you know what makes me even crazier? I know people who are Democrats.
And they say Democrat
And
Party.
I know them in West Virginia.
Yeah.
And they say Democrat Party
Yeah.
because they have been conditioned to it.
Exactly.
But when I catch a Democrat saying Democrat Party, that means that somebody's been watching Fox.
That's right. That's how you could tell that they're not for real. Like sometimes they'll call up a progressive show and they'll say, I'm a Democrat. I'm in the Democrat Party. I'm a Democrat Party. Or they'll say something about Democrat Party. And you'll know. They're just a troll. They're a pay per post troll. That's what the Heritage Foundation, all these right wing think tanks, they hire people to post on blogs, to call into radio shows, and we've had the ads. I've shown them on the show, the advertisements, looking for people to write conservative commentary on. I mean, I have the ads somewhere. I could find them. When I saw them on Craigslist and whatnot. They're looking for people to post on blogs, conservative talking points. I mean, this is what they do. That's what the Republicans do because they're funded. They have money from
Nickel a post.
Yeah,
Nickel a post.
That's it. The paper post. And during the first Bush administration, it was kind of like a pastime of mine. I would go on Huffington Post and kind of play whack-a-troll. You could find them. I think they got it under control, but there were a lot of trolls on Huffington Post at the time. And you could tell because as soon as something would be posted, they would immediately jump in and right off the top. That's how you could tell because everything that was posted would all of a sudden be these conservative talking points, like right at the top, you know what I mean? And it's you could just tell. And then when you look into their history, and it's all they do is post round the clock. You know what I mean? Nobody real behaves like that. You're not on Huffington Post 24 hours posting, nonstop. So that's how you could tell. But that's just what they do. They understand that, and it's how they've won up until this point. They've been successful, of course. One day at a time. The battle, the war's not won. Obviously, one day at a time. More will be revealed. But this is really part of what we're up against. And I've said constantly that Republicans lack the fundamental maturity to function in a free democratic society. And here's another case in point.
No fight from me.
Here's a case in point. Because it takes maturity. It takes a level of maturity to function in a democracy. You have to be able to compromise. Especially this multiracial democracy, this nation of immigrants, that's what we are. So in order to function, you have to have a level of maturity to be able to accept losses, right? When you lose the election, what do? You don't go around saying, let's go Brandon, it's stolen. Brandon stole it, or whatever the fuck. You knock on doors. You figure out what the hell. Oh, why did we lose? That's what Democrats do. You never see Democrats getting together after an election saying it's stolen. You know, they say, well, where did we go wrong? What can we do? How can we appeal to the vote? I mean, you have one party that is working within a democratic framework, and then the other party is just a bunch of emotionally stunted trolls who bring nothing. They don't bring anything to society. What are they bringing to society? Anybody? Can somebody
they can't even carry on they can't even formulate a cogent argument.
Right. Like, what's this? I'm asking this person on the chat, Maria Schick, excuse me, Schick. Oh, thank you, Maria. She says she listens every single podcast. Thank you, Maria. Let's go, Brandon. Is that supposed to be? If you listen every podcast, I'm glad. If you're listening and, and this is how you feel, and this is not an attempt at irony, you know what I mean? So I'm glad you're here.
Yeah, I'm just desperate. I'm just desperately curious. Where do I find the chat?
Oh, it's in. We're on YouTube. I'll send it to you. Hold on. I'll text it to you. Yeah, that's I have the different chats or whatever, but the chat that I'm looking at right here is the YouTube chat. And yeah, that's where most of the people.
Okay, so if I go to YouTube,
I'm gonna send it to you. I'm gonna send you I'll text it to you.
Well, I'm trying to open it on my iPad.
Oh, you
and I
can.
won't get your text on iPad, so just.
Oh. Hey, well, I don't know. I sent you it. I don't know. We'll see.
So
it's YouTube.com. YouTube.com/C for channel /Tarabuster. Then you should find it.
Okay.
But
I just searched Tarabuster.
Yeah.
There it is.
But that's the whole thing with this. Yeah, go to. Yeah.
Yeah, here we are.
There you go. I can hear myself. But you gotta.
No, not anymore.
Yes, hold on a second, guys. Here comes the music. Oh, Maria says, I like hearing her whine. She's talking about me. I'm whining? Then you must, we're not a democracy, we're a republic, Maria says. Get it right. Actually, Maria, we're a constitutionally limited democratic republic. Okay? Get it right,
Civics
honey.
are so fun. Try learning some sometime, Maria.
Constitutionally limited democratic republic, meaning that we have the Constitution is a limitation of the rights of government to abuse you, supposedly, and yeah.
Oh, this is fun. This is so Tara. This is so fun. She said, "I'm a old Democrat before they kicked me to the curb."
Oh, really?
Yeah, nobody kicked you to the curb, but since you were complaining about whining, stop whining, Maria.
Right.
Get up off your ass and do something.
Right.
What are you doing? Just walking around grunting and hooting and barking and moaning and screeching about Mike Murk, great again.
Yeah,
How many things did you turn your head at during the Maggot administration?
Right. I'm not
Did
sure.
you just giggle when Did you just giggle when Melanoma wore her I really don't care, do you, jacket? Did you do that, Maria?
I really don't care.
Jesus, these
do
people.
You? Could you imagine that we lived in a time where the First Lady of the United States wore a jacket to a place where people were suffering from the repercussions of a natural disaster? She wore a jacket that said, "I don't really care." Is this real life?
And of course, I wonder. I know. I wonder. Now that's true. That's true. Let's Go Brandon did trend positively after the infrastructure bill got passed.
Oh, he did?
So
really?
there is that.
Positively? What does that mean?
Yeah, Edward just pointed that out in the chat.
Oh, well, because one of the things that we need to do as far as this Let's Go Brandon and everything else is just you got to take it and embrace it, and that's how you nullify it.
That's what happened. That's what happened. They took it and they turned it. They turned it against the little maggot trolls.
It's not that hard. It's like taking the word queer, and making it Queer Nation. That's what we did back in the 90s. You know, you take you
And, you know,
disarm
and
them of the cudgel. So.
Right, and see, there's, just to turn things back to what we were talking about to begin with, I didn't even have much of a sexuality the first time I got called queer. Long about probably 5th grade.
Oh wow!
And the first time I got called the F word, I had no idea what that meant. But of course, some little children had learned it at home from their mommies and daddies.
Right. Yeah, right.
And so they brought it to school, and they knew enough to know that it was a weapon word.
Right. Well, that's what somebody the other day on Twitter. There was a tweet that somebody wrote. When is the proper time to talk to your children about race? And somebody, an African American pundit, I can't remember his name, he wrote, "This is the whitest tweet I've ever seen," or something like that. When is too young? You know, people with darker pigment. How about right out of the the womb? You know, when is too young? That's yeah. If it's your privilege. Obviously, if you don't need to talk about race, then you're not. It's not an issue because you're. You know, you have that privilege. And this is really what we're anyway. Whatever. I was making the observation because I noticed that when I was, this is anyway. Whatever. Let's. I'm losing. It's not. Let's not go down that road. Okay. What do I need?
Fair enough.
Yeah. Anyway, whatever. I was gonna tell a story, then I realized it's not. It doesn't. Whatever. I was going to ramble on. Jim on the chat says, "What do you think of the new Boebert dress?" What is that? What's the Boebert dress? Lauren Oh, she's got a dress. That's right. Lauren Boebert. Let's Go Brandon dress. That's right.
Oh, isn't that just lovely?
Isn't this? I mean, these are adult. This is a.
I know. I think there's a redneck outside. I hear a blah, 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 blah. Somebody outside in the truck with a very tiny penis.
So what in Alabama? I'm so shocked in a way that this surgery center is there. Because why are they doing this? If they're bringing people there to be surrounded by people who hate them.
Because there's a need. Because there's a need, Tara.
That's true.
There are trans people all over the South.
That's right.
Who desperately need.
No, you're right. What am I saying?
Who desperately need treatment and services.
Right.
And everybody, it's kind of like abortion clinics.
Yeah.
In Mississippi, everybody can't just take off and go and get a reproductive health care services in California or Massachusetts or New York.
Mm-hmm.
The services are needed on the ground here.
That's right. Yep.
And I can't imagine the hell that the people that who do this go through.
God.
Because one of the things that's so inspiring is from the minute that I walked into the clinic till the minute I walked out, and everybody in this hospital on Tuesday, no one has and no one will misgender me. Mm-hmm. It was Miss Robyn, Miss Robyn, Miss Robyn, Miss Robyn.
And isn't that is that too much to freaking ask for? But you know what I mean? Is that too much to ask? This is what I can't understand. Why? What is so hard about calling people what they want to be called? What does that have to do with you, Marjorie Taylor Greene? You know what I mean?
Well, and see, there was she's
another one.
She has a lower IQ than a lump of sphagnum peat moss. Okay, but just another story from my adventure down here. The same evening that I was at the grocery store that I told you about, and the guy was just staring at me. I came back and told Agnes about it, and she was like, "Honey, you got to learn. They're not looking at you because you're trans. That dirty old dude. You got to learn. You got to figure out what you're learning to live a girl's life.
That's true.
You got to you got undressed.
Well, that is true. Actually,
and it's possible.
Yes.
It's possible
You might.
But
You're
the other
right.
thing that
You're
happened
right.
is
No, that's true because I'm thinking,
And-
as having lived as a man like, as you did, you don't know that being a woman entails being watched constantly.
It's gross and it's creepy and because I know what he's thinking.
Right.
But the other thing that happened, and this is just a little bit of backstory. I have a problem with pimento cheese spread, and my life has become unmanageable.
Really? Can I get
Yeah,
some?
I'm powerless over it. So I took off to go and because it was South Alabama. There's bound to be some just killer pimento cheese spread. And so I go in the grocery store and I asked one of the clerks. I said, "Do y'all have any house-made pimento cheese spread?" Because it's a huge grocery store. And she said, "Well, I don't know. I don't think so. But somebody over here in the deli, they might know." And so she flags down one of the deli workers and says, "Could you tell?" And it's like not a 2 count. You're a comedian. It's not a 2 count. It's like a 5 count. Could you tell 2001, 2002, 2003, 2004, 2005? And I was just tired of the. I was
Wait,
tired of
hold
the
on a
silence, and I
second.
said, "Her."
I let my
her.
headphones
Could you
just
tell her if we
popped out. Wait,
Yeah.
go ahead. Sorry, I missed the friggin' punchline. What did you say? Can you tell? And then.
So, and then this silence that you could drive a truck through, and I finally said, "Her. Could you tell her if they have pimento cheese spread in here?"
Well, that'll.
And she
this'll-
said, "Yeah, her." And then she turned around to me and said, "I'm so sorry. I don't know what took me so long. I don't know why I froze like that." And I said, "It's okay."
Well, it
It's
might have
okay.
just been, a brain fart or something, and then, you're reading into it,
Yeah.
But true, Agnes
But other
is right.
places,
though.
it's yeah.
You're going to be watched.
And
I'm
so,
sorry.
I mean, yeah, and because we're in it, she goes everywhere with me. She will not let me go anywhere by myself for fear that
Good.
something bad will happen. But I will tell you a little secret though. Up where I live, there's not a lot of other trans people, and I refer to myself at home as a unicorn because there's only one of me.
Right.
But,
So far.
and I thought I was. And I,
so
and I
you
thought
think.
I thought I was a unicorn. I thought I was a unicorn in this hotel until we walked in from lunch today, and there was a girl standing at the registration desk. She's about 6'5", probably came in at about 270. Big girl. I mean 6'5", probably size 15 shoes, and looked like $1 million. I was like, I'm just going to take my ugly ass on up to the room.
Oh, hold on a second, Robyn. We'll be right back with Robyn Kincaid.
Yeah.
All right, we're back with Robyn Kincaid, and she's in Alabama at this time, about to have gender
Birmingham.
Oh boy! On Tuesday, Robyn's gonna have her finally gender confirmation surgery. Tuesday, I can't believe it. I'm gonna be so nervous on Tuesday.
It's
all about me, though, right?
Just keep me in your heart for a little bit on Tuesday. I appreciate everybody's
What
good
time?
thoughts.
I mean, I guess you're going in the very early, as they usually start surgery, like 6 a.m. or something like that, right? Usually go in very
it
early.
probably will be.
And then it's an 8-hour
but
surgery.
I haven't gotten it yet. They haven't said what time to be there. I have to have a COVID test tomorrow. These people are very careful. And one of the neat things is that Birmingham is under a mask mandate, and Governor Meemaw will not challenge it.
Well,
People
that's good.
wear masks in Birmingham,
really?
Alabama.
Well, I guess he knows the truth.
it's kind of inspiring.
Yeah. Well, that's it. It's what can you do? And he sees the numbers, he sees the truth, and so I don't know. I am a little bit surprised to hear though that people are complying with it.
Yeah, it does not. It does not obtain in other places. Oh no.
I wonder why.
No.
Is it because it's the city? You think? Because
it's the city, and this city carries a lot of weight, and this city is the home of the massive medical center for the state of Alabama, and they bring about $8 billion a year to this city, and they are not going to be shoved around.
Right.
And so I have to go for a COVID test in the morning, and assuming I pass my COVID test, I'm vaccinated and boosted and folded and spindled and mutilated, and I wear my mask, and hopefully. I'll be negative. I'll be clean, and then they'll tell me what time to show up on Tuesday, and I kind of spend Monday getting my head together. And like I said, I've never had general anesthesia before, so I asked Agnes a question earlier today. I said, so like when you're under, because she has been, I said, so when you're under general anesthesia, are you aware of the passage of time? And she said, No, you're not.
It's like
said,
you're dead.
So you mean I'm going to go to sleep? I'm going to go to sleep, and then I'm just going to wake up, and it's going to be like time travel?
Yes.
And she said, yes. And so I'm going to be, I will of course be whacked out of my mind on all kinds of highfalutin, probably used by the CIA drugs. And they will give me a spinal so that I will be dead from the waist down.
Well, that's good.
So I won't feel any of that pain post-operatively early on.
So you're not going to wake up like in terrible pain.
Jump on the. Then they jump on the pain management, and I kind of just lay there for 5 days. And at day 5, not to get too graphic or anything, but again, people want to know what happens.
Yeah, that's fine.
At day 5, they will a nurse will come in, put her hand on my catheter, and say, "Count to 3." And I'll go 1, 2, and it'll be out. And then they pull the packing out of my brand new equipment. And after that, the healing begins.
Yes.
And a lot of other things begin that will take up 4 times a day for 20 minutes at a time for the next year.
But I think the healing began last year, really. That's probably before you finally took the leap.
It did.
This is just one of the questions on the test, so to speak.
This is one of the steps. Yeah. And so, I looked at it. I posted something on Facebook the other day, and I said that this is the next step in my ongoing salvation.
Yes. Yep.
Because I realized that's exactly what was going on.
Yeah. And this is, just to show that this is life. People say it's too late. Why should I, whatever, seize
Listen, if there are any,
I'm too old or whatever.
If I could just say this, if there are any trans people out there listening, especially if you're in the closet, and you yearn and you ache to come out and live your authentic life freely and openly, let me count it. There are 4 words that are very important for you. It's never too late. It's never too late. It is never too late to kick the closet door down, bash it to 1,000,000 pieces, set fire to it and scatter the ashes, and walk away with a smile on your face, living your authentic, free life. It's never too late. If it's not too late for me at 58, and I promise you, this sense of freedom lets me know beyond any doubt whatsoever that it's never too late. And so, that's just that's the real reality as I understand it. I just saw Lee in New York, our pal Lee, said, go to sleep and wake up and be like time travel like I experience every night. Well, see, that's the reason I asked the question, Lee, because I don't. I close my eyes, I go to sleep, and all my life I have vividly, lucidly dreamed. So sometimes I wake up and I'm more exhausted than when I went to sleep because I've just spent 8 hours at the freaking movies watching Fellini films.
That's
okay?
funny.
They make no sense. And you wake up and you're like, what the was that?
That's funny.
So if they're going to knock me out, there's a great line from Hamlet where he says, I could be bounded in a nutshell and count myself a king of infinite space were it not that I have bad dreams. 8 hours of dreamless sleep while they do whatever they're doing down there. Cool.
Yeah, that's great. Look at me. There
I
I
mean,
go
I know
again.
there's going to be pain, but what are you doing? What are you doing? You can't cry.
It's not the first time.
You can't cry.
I do.
I
it all
love
the
you too
time.
much. You can't cry.
I do it
but-
all the time on the show.
So
It's
I mean,
crazy.
there's going to be pain, but I've had pain. This is going to be pain that comes with gain.
You're right.
And so I'm hoping that I'm just going to have this Zen headspace that I'm ready for, and I'm just going to be. I'm just going to deal with it as it comes.
When
And
will
I'm
we?
going to try. You know, I looked because.
Go ahead. Sorry. I didn't mean to cut you off.
No,
I thought
I
you.
looked at Agnes. I looked at Agnes and I said, I have one ambition. I'm going to go to sleep with a smile on my face, and I'm going to wake up and I can use this word now. I said I'm going to wake up and I'm not going to be a whiny little bitch.
I use it all
That's
the
my
time.
ambition.
Oh
That's
yeah,
my ambition.
honey. You've earned it.
Yeah, that's my ambition for Tuesday afternoon.
You can be.
Don't
you
be a
can.
whiny little bitch.
Right. I think you'll be. It'll be kind of acceptable and understandable if you're a little bit of a whiny.
So as soon as I sober up and they will let me have my phone, because I'm not going to, I'm sure they will, Agnes will not let me have my phone until she's sure that I'm in my right mind.
That's right. Yeah. That's
So
good.
that I won't, so that I won't tweet something like, "Oh my God, dude, purple, and it's everywhere." No.
Right.
Once I'm sober, I'll take the I'll take the obligatory selfie with me just
Wow.
and looking like absolutely hell on earth. I'll be terribly embarrassed. I won't have my face on, and we'll post
I
that
know.
so that everybody can know that it's alive. It's alive.
It's gonna be great. I can't wait to. I mean, then we have the horn in next year, right? Everybody.
Yes, June 2nd, and anybody that wants to come. I know that it seems like the price is steep, but the price is steep because we're trying to raise enough money so that I can do crazy things like pay the bills while I'm in the hospital. Mm-hmm. But the other part of it's going to go to lodging and some of I'm proud of my cooking. And there's going to be barbecue, there's going to be music, there's going to be karaoke. I mean, there's going to be all kinds of wonderful
will
stuff.
you just
Right
do
there,
a pitch
right
now with the Tarabuster audience and the people on Progressive Voices and FYI Nation?
Yeah, I'd love
and,
to.
Yeah, and ROKFIN and
Yes,
all. Yeah,
please.
so tell us
Yeah,
what we're planning, or you're
So
doing
there's
the heavy
there's
lifting. Sorry.
Yeah,
go ahead, Robyn.
it's June the 2nd through the 4th. June the 2nd through the 4th. It's going to be right smack dab in the middle of America's newest national park, the New River Gorge National Park. And if you want to join in, it's $1,000, and everybody's going to get a copy of the book of poetry that I'm working on. And it's not bad poetry, by the way. I had a lot of good responses.
It's good. I know. I've read some of it. Well, I've read your stuff in general.
And everybody gets fed. I do all the cooking. And we'll probably do a Friday on the Front Porch broadcast. It'll be a real front porch with real people sitting behind microphones, carrying
It'll be
on
fun.
a group conversation. And if you'd like to participate in it, there's still spots open. And the easiest way to get there is just to go to GoFundBob.com. I'm sorry, I'm still Bob on
No,
the
you're
next
yeah, it's okay.
GoFundBob.com. GoFundBob.com, and you kick in $1,000 to the campaign, and bang, there we are, and you're going to be at the party.
All right, let's do it. Let's get together in person.
And what a party it's going to be.
Guys, this is the end of the Progressive Voices show. Thank you, Robyn Kincaid, for hanging out and joining us and talking about We Will
Tara,
Win.
thank you so
Wait,
much.
hang on. No, Robyn, don't go away. Hold on. My name is Tara Devlin. We're on the right side of history. We're on the right side of decency, dignity, democracy. We stick together. We win. My name is Tara Devlin. I'll see you soon. The show's not over, Robyn. That's just the Progressive Voices. We only
I know that.
we have like a half hour. If that's okay. Are you cool to hang out, or do you?
Sure.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay,
no,
great.
I can.
Yeah.
No, I'm a little egomaniac. I can talk about.
I'm glad.
There's still plenty to talk about.
Oh,
where
there's a
concerned.
lot to talk. There's never something not to talk about. This is the thing. I mean, okay, so thank you, really, honestly, because I remember when I first spoke to you, when you called me and you said you were making the rounds, calling people and telling your friends that you're trans. Well, as you put it, trans as fuck. And I remember that. Tara,
Well, yes.
I'm trans as fuck. I was like, what? What are you saying? Okay, great. All right, I'm trans as fuck. But that must have been crazy hard to just start all of a sudden.
You don't know who you're going to lose.
Well, after so many of
And I've been lucky
living,
that I haven't lost many people.
have you lost anybody at all?
Yeah, I have. And a couple that were really, really painful. Family.
That's terrible. Family, you're saying, did this. Family?
Of course. Yeah.
Ugh.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
And it's awful, and it hurts really badly. But I am lifted up and borne aloft by the love of people, literally all over the world.
Wow.
And it reminds me of what Gertrude Stein said. Friends are the family we choose for ourselves.
Right. Right. Well, that's it.
And there's a Bible verse. There's a Bible verse out there. I know religion, but there's a Bible verse out there that everybody misunderstands. You've heard the old phrase, "Blood is thicker than water."
Mm-hmm.
And people take that to mean that family is more important than anything else.
Right.
That's not what it means. The actual whole verse is, "The blood of the covenant is thicker than the water of the womb."
Oh, wow.
Which means that the people you bond to, are what matters.
Right.
And what matters in this life.
Right. The blood of the covenant. Right. Sort of like we could say what we're bonding over here. We're bonding over trying to make a functioning democratic, a functioning constitutionally limited democratic republic that works for more than just those at the top. Yeah. And one that puts compassion. I mean, what is wrong with us? The fact is, it's so disgusting. We're such unabashed hypocrites talking about how everything that we supposedly hold dear, like family and freedom, and it's nothing but a scam. It's all just this patriotic pantomime to funnel money into the coffers of the rich, and it's been that's the history of the earth. Is people? It's really the history of Earth, of Western civilization. It's the history of, the rich pulling the wool over everybody's eyes. Really, concentrating wealth and power. And this thing that we're doing here I thought at least was supposed to be the antidote to that. And everything that it's just it's a bullshit. It's a lie. It's bullshit. And I have to ask, how much longer are we going to take it? I keep saying that. How much longer? How much longer will we allow, this corruption, legal bribes right into the system? You know what I mean? When you have Joe Manchin.
It will last, Tara. It will last, Tara, until we get enough people in the Congress to make it stop.
And this is
Plain
what
and
I
simple.
think that we.
And it will.
Go ahead. Sorry. Go ahead.
I was just going to say, and it will also last until we get a non-corrupt Supreme Court of the United States.
Right.
Because remember, it was Anthony Kennedy who resigned all of a sudden, and in a blink of an eye, Anthony Kennedy, whose son was actually Nitwit Nero's banker at Deutsche Bank, and he just said, "No, I gotta go. I hear my mom calling. I'm 90 years old, but I hear my mom calling. I gotta go now." And he's the one who said, "No, when you give a politician money to do something, and the politician does something, that doesn't mean it's bribery. That doesn't establish a quid pro quo."
What? Well, what? Who said this?
Yeah. He said that Anthony Kennedy.
He said that?
A few years back.
It reminds me of, when what's his name, Pete Buttigieg, during the Democratic debate when Bernie was saying how, and Elizabeth Warren were saying they didn't take any corporate money, and then Pete Buttigieg responded saying, well, Barack Obama took the most money from Wall Street. Are you saying he is corrupt? Right? I'm saying yeah. That's why no goddamn banksters went to jail.
I am saying that it is impossible to take that kind of money and not be influenced by it.
Of course. I mean, the fact that we have Joe Manchin on tape saying, hey guys, give my pal a job, and maybe he'll change their vote because we need him to change their vote so I can use it as an excuse to not do anything about the filibuster, and so we can maintain this incredibly corrupt system. And we have it on tape. We have Joe Manchin on tape telling donors, meaning his owners, that to give his friend a job. How is that? I don't get that, Robyn. Why? How is that not something that would make him not be a senator anymore? You know what I mean? He's on tape.
Sure, because the Senate but the Constitution, you see, says that the Senate and the House get to make their own rules. And if the Senate does, and if the Senate doesn't act, then it's not, it's not okay.
Wow. No, because that's a quid pro quo. When you're saying quid pro, I can talk. Quo, not crow. What did I say? When you're telling rich people on your private yacht that give my friend some money and he'll change his I keep bringing this up because I don't understand how this is not something that needs to be at least addressed in some form. But nobody, it's like nothing. Okay, Joe Manchin was caught on tape asking donors to give one of the other, I can't remember who it was, he asking to give him money. I don't know. Anyway, I don't know. I wish England would finally forgive us and bring us back home. It's really getting ridiculous at this point.
That's the same way I feel about Virginia. I was feeling that way about Virginia until the election recently, because I was thinking, West Virginia is pretty well proven that we can't govern ourselves. So why don't we just hook back up with Virginia? But after Tuesday, no.
Right.
We may make West Virginia great big old Governor Jim Justice, but we don't have some sick, homophobic, anti-trans, bought and paid for, misogynistic, corrupt freak like Glenn Youngkin coming into office. I like my billionaires to be dirty. I like my billionaires to be dirty, deadbeat coal barons. Thank you.
Right. Well, the people are still making bank on destroying the planet. Will we ever?
It's a good dollar.
Yeah, I mean, I'm at the point.
Well, just remember, Tara. Just remember, probably about 10 million years from now, because there's a lot of time left on this planet. A lot of time left. About 10 million years from now, a race of 6-foot-tall sentient cockroaches is going to arise. And they're going to worship us as gods.
You think?
Because we shit all over the planet so much that it made the planet such that humans couldn't live on it. They will worship us as gods who gave our lives so that they might live. Just imagine. You remember the great big cockroach bug in the first Men in Black movie, right?
Yes.
Those guys. The roaches will inhabit the planet. And you know what? The Joe Manchins of the world are cool with that.
All right.
The
That
CEO
seems
of
that way.
Exxon, the CEO of Royal Dutch Shell, the CEO of every oil company on the planet. Like, hey, you know what? When everything goes to hell, I'm already going to be dead, and I'm going to be dead
Right.
rich. Fuck it.
Ugh. It's so vile. Well, that's the thing. It's all of the religiosity of right wingers and conservatives in general, talking about how you can't take it with you, but they certainly seem to want all those earthly rewards.
They're
God
trying.
damn it. They got the earthly rewards.
They're trying, and here's the beautiful thing: you can't take it with you, but the thing is, they have to have, and maybe people who weren't raised in evangelical religion like I was don't understand this. But evangelicals, believe that when God says in Genesis, behold, I give you dominion over the earth,
Right.
they think that is carte blanche to shit on the planet wherever they want to.
Yep.
And do to the planet whatever they want to. And then it gets worse because they think that if they just make things bad enough, poor old Jesus,
Right.
who can't even eat M&Ms because of the holes in his hand, will come back in his holy rolls out of the clouds, and he's just going to raise a ruckus and say, hey, y'all done shit all over the planet, but here, let me wiggle my little Jesus nose, and look, behold, it is the new Jerusalem.
Right.
And everything's going to be Frisbees and wheat checks and awesomeness.
And there's your mansion with, not Joe Manchin, a mansion with Janis Joplin, Jimi Hendrix, and here's Eileen Warnhouse. Ladies and gentlemen. No.
Eileen!
Eileen. Ladies and gentlemen, it's your mansion. It's what you were waiting for. What you were praying for when you
Precisely.
Right, when when Joel Osteen was telling you to dream big and await your reward in heaven. Do not pester your betters.
West Virginia needs West Virginia needs coal. America needs coal.
Damn it! I always do that.
I understand.
That's because
Anyway. We gotta staple them things in.
I know, because I put my foot up on
it's not just us.
thing over here. That's what happens. I put my foot up, and I'm standing up. That's why I'm standing. And then I put my foot up.
I didn't realize that.
Yeah, this is a standing desk. I was
See,
sick of sitting.
I'm gonna have to get one of those.
That's true. You should get one.
I'm gonna have to get one of those because I'm not gonna be able to sit for a lot.
Right.
For a while.
To do your show.
I'm gonna have to either recline or stand. Yeah.
No, you could do this.
And,
I mean,
and
this
I
thing
will.
was...
I'm gonna be.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna be. Send me. Did you get it at Amazon or something?
I did.
Send me the link if you did.
I will send you a link. It was only like $150 or something. It just sits on top of my desk. And it has like a little
in case
thing
anybody's.
Go ahead.
In case anybody's wondering, I mean, as soon as I'm capable of doing it, and so we know it won't happen while I'm in the hospital. I'll be in the hospital at least until I think, and let's cross our fingers that nothing goes south, till like the 14th. And after I get back, as soon as I'm strong enough, I'm going to start trying to do a program. I brought a wireless lavalier mic with me.
That's good.
And I can just clip it to my little nightgown or whatever, and talk and do the show. And I got to get back as soon as I can because, frankly, we live hand to mouth at the Horn. We live on the last dry rotted thread of a shoestring.
Right. Exactly.
And a week or two without fundraising, and shit starts getting turned.
Well, that's
off.
it. Well, here's the greatest country on earth, where the middle class is now below 40% of the population. In the past 4 years, we went below 50%. Now we're down below 40. It's really unbelievable that's not on every corporate media mouthpiece, ticker tape, or whatever, or on the tip of the tongue of any of the pun. You don't hear that. You never do. You never hear that. But you will hear the polls. Like Biden is down in the polls, right? His poll ratings, even though Joe Biden's poll ratings are not as low as Trump's highest approval rating. Okay?
Precisely. Yeah, exactly.
But he's cratering. So, yeah. And then the Republicans, they walk around they get into power despite receiving fewer votes, and then they walk around like they have a mandate, and then The Democrats, when they have a mandate, they don't walk around. They walk around apologetically. Quoting Reagan. That's what they do. They say they spread Republican talking point. I mean, it's just, and okay, to make it less despondent, make me less despondent. Let's say you're right. How we fix this? I've said this on the show too. We need to get Democrats, actual Democrats, elected. That's what I think. Others might say that I'm being naive, that the Democratic Party is broken beyond repair. I just think that the Democratic Party is we have a better shot with the infrastructure of the party that's already there, rather than building a third party from the outside. I mean, I think that wouldn't be the solution. I think that we need to take over the Democratic Party. That's what I think. I hope. I don't know. We'll see. But get more people in there who are progressives. For every liberal, for every progressive, it's on us. When we lose elections, it's because we did not get our message across well enough. Right. It's also money, because we never have enough money either. Yep. And they don't fund me and you and others like us. That's the other thing that drives me insane.
Oh, no.
The right-wingers fund their podcasters, everybody from C.J. Pearson, Candace Owens, all of them. That's how Diamond and Silk became popular, because the Fox. It's like it's a circle jerk. They will pull them from YouTube.
Yeah, Diamond and Silk. We renamed Diamond and Silk. We renamed them Paste and Polyester.
Well, that's it. Really, it's like Elmer's Glue and macaroni. Really, it's more like it. And but yeah, they funded Diamond and Silk. I think it was the Koch brothers, and then or I'm not sure, maybe it was the Mercers. I have to look it up. But then Fox News puts them on the air. It's like they're the farm team, or it's like they're the.
Well, no, that's exactly what it is. They're developing a bench.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So they do that.
You can't expect to play and win just with your starting.
That's right.
The basketball analogy. You can't just use your starting five.
That's right.
You gotta have a bench. You gotta have somebody who can come in. You gotta have somebody who's ready to play when somebody retires.
Right. Because whenever
they didn't have any problem.
Yeah.
When Fat Dead Rush Limbaugh went off to get pineapples up his ass for all eternity, they didn't have any problem finding somebody to fill in that slot. They had a bench.
Yep. Then that's it. And that's what they're doing. That's what the right-wingers are doing. They know that. I mean, Breitbart, the Mercer family gave Andrew Breitbart, $6 million or $5 million? It's slipping my mind now. He started Breitbart, and then come the Mercer family. They see the potential, right? They see that they need it. They need the internet, the media, wherever a dumbass goes, a dumb American, because we're all dumb as hell, and wherever they go, if they go on the internet, they're gonna encounter the conservative frame, and as bullshit as it is, the fact is, we are. I say, we're on the right side of history. Yes, progressivism. This is how we make a functioning, constitutionally limited democratic republic. It has to work. Like Spamberger, right? That Democrat. She's a so-called moderate.
Oh, she drove me crazy the other day.
She's saying, no one elected.
We didn't elect him. We didn't elect him to be FDR.
Right. Bullshit.
Well, I did.
I did. And I tweeted, she tweeted or whatever, no one elected him to be FDR. That's such absolute bullshit. I elected him to be FDR. I elected Barack Obama to be FDR. And in fact, if he was FDR, we might not even have a goddamn fascist coup happening right now. Because that's neoliberalism.
And let's remember something. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Go ahead.
I was just going to say, let's remember something, because I say this all the time on the show. Y'all, they're going to do it again. They're going to do this insurrection thing again, because because, you get 30 days for attacking constitutional governance. You get 30 days for treason.
Exactly. Nothing.
Hell,
I mean, that's it.
A maggot can do that standing on their head.
That's right. That's right. I mean, being potty mouth little bullies, that's the baseline. I mean, that's probably the best that we can hope from them, is to just be little potty mouth, immature little trolls, because that's all they are. That's all they do. They can't bring anything to the table.
Yeah, and we have to remember, Tara, just exactly how much damage a little noisy handful of people can do. If you think back 80 years, we're right about that. 100 years to Prohibition. The majority of America did not want Prohibition.
Right. Exactly.
But a noisy little minority was able to force it on America.
That's it.
By virtue of really top-notch and relentless political organizing.
That's right.
And the next thing you know, it's not about whether one drinks or not. It's about whether or not one wants organized crime running the booze trade. It's about whether the people who want to drink liquor that's clean and not got wood alcohol in it or been filtered through the radiator of a 1918 Model T. Mm-hmm. It was horrible for America, but that little noisy minority did all of that to America, and it didn't go away until FDR got a significant majority in the House and a significant majority in the Senate, and they could repeal that constitutional amendment.
Right. Yep.
And we need to remember that, because we can be that noisy little minority too if we just learn to play the game a little better.
Yes, and that's what we're doing. We do these podcasts. We do our your show on the Horn here, this show, Mike Malloy, all the real progressive shows. That's why I do the show, to get what I'm trying to do, because I truly believe that progressives created this country. We could talk about yes, of course, they're hypocrites, slave owners. We know that, the hypocrisy, of course. But there's nothing more progressive than overthrowing an aristocracy and a king that ruled Western civilization for 2,000 years and then some, right? So this is a progressive experiment in self-governance of, can we have a multiracial democracy that is founded on an idea of the general welfare? Is this a thing? Can that can succeed? At this point, I don't think so. We're aspirational still, and the remedy, what will bring our general welfare, the constitutionally limited democratic republic, to fruition, is progressive policies. Conservatism and democracy don't coexist. Okay, the conservatism is really an undemocratic ideology. It is the ideology of hierarchy, and the right people, quote unquote, owning and ruling. And then this was always the tension in a democracy. The conservatives, right? They're not. What is conservative? Moderate. I'm so sick of this moderate in the Democratic Party. What is that moderate?
They're not conserving anything.
What are you moderate about?
Well, okay. Every time I hear the word moderate, I kick a piece of furniture.
Really?
Because Joe Manchin is not a moderate.
Right.
Joe Manchin is an old school conservative Democrat, just like Bob Byrd was. But you can't call him a conservative Democrat because, I don't know, then he'd get a SAD or something.
Right.
But he's a right-wing Democrat. Mm-hmm. Just like once upon a time, there were liberal Republicans. Now the Republican Party ran all the liberals out.
Right.
So you're not allowed to be a liberal Republican anymore.
Yep.
But we just haven't run out all the conservative Democrats.
That's right. Well, because...
Conservatives are poisonous to our future. Abigail Spanberg, what you said, that quote from her, that displayed a level of historical illiteracy well, it's not shocking to find a member of Congress who is historically illiterate, but when you hear it on our side, it's depressing.
Yeah, is she supposed to be a Democrat?
When you hear it on the Republican, when you hear it on the Republican side, it's just another day that ends in Y.
Right, exactly. I was just looking at Twitter because socialism is trending. I was like, why? And here's a couple of. Someone posted this picture of Republicans throughout history. Say no to socialism. Tell FDR no Social Security. These are Republican campaign buttons. Say no to socialism. Tell LBJ no Medicare. And then, of course, say no to socialism.
Oh, absolutely. Have you ever heard? You can find it on YouTube. Have you ever heard the recording that old 666 himself, Ronald Wilson Reagan, made?
Yep.
Excoriating what he called socialized medicine.
Right. That we would wake up one day.
It's breathtaking to behold. Yes.
In a world where we will tell our children we were once living in a land that was free. These fucking Republicans.
Oh, you have heard it then.
Yes. What one day, if we pass this terrible...
They've been mad since April. Yeah, the people who are Republicans now were Democrats back in 1865, and a bunch of them have been pissed off since 1865.
That's right.
Great granddaddies and great grandmothers told their et cetera, and they have just passed it generationally down like some sort of a genetic anomaly. Mm-hmm. and they're pissed off no matter who it is that tries to make America a little bit better. There's always going to be a Republican who's pissed off about it.
But
and by the way, I want
to.
I want to toot my own horn for just a minute. I'm proud of myself. Months ago, when everybody was saying, "Hoo-wee," boy, I tell you what, I sure do love that Liz Cheney. By God, Adam Kinzinger, he loves America. Don't they just love America? Look at them. They're willing to call out. They're willing to call out Mitt Whitney for what he did with his insurrection and everything. They're patriots. And I said, "Don't, please. A tiger does not change its stripes, and neither does a skunk." And so there they were. How did they vote? How did they vote on the infrastructure bill?
They voted against it, of course. Because, I mean, I guess the whole insurrection thing was a bridge too far for them. I'm grateful that they are at least, on board with that. But that's
is it possible? Is it possible that there's an alternative take for how they responded to the insurrection?
Yeah.
I think there is. Because the reason they hate the insurrection is they were doing just fine without it.
You're right.
And they're mad because the maggots. They're mad because the maggots said the quiet part out loud.
Right. You're right. They exposed
Y'all ruined everything.
Holy shit! Because you're absolutely right. Because this has been going apace. Their destruction of democracy is coming along nicely as planned. And this thing kind of really went full tilt boogie, and it turned a lot of people off and exposed really that what I say is true, that in every Republican chest beats the heart of fascism, and they exposed it. You're right. You're 100% right. They're upset that they gave away the game. Really. That's what happened. It was coming along nicely. Everything was working. Now we have to address this whole insurrection thingy, and we can't just pretend like we're working for the people. That's the one thing that drives me insane when you hear things like when you hear Mitch McConnell, for example. I cannot stand him on the floor talking about the American people like he gives a shit. He wouldn't know an American people. Please. He was like, do they taste good with salt? I don't know. What does he give a shit about the American people? The American people. Yes, I like.
Delicious.
Right, delicious.
They're delicious with sweet taters.
Right. The American people. Like, he gives a crap about the American. And same thing with Joe Manchin, too. the arrogance, and welcome. That's what, I mean, Robyn, you've always been a woman, but thank you for, becoming yourself, for letting us all in on it. You know what I mean? But that's what, we're dealing with, these Republicans. Anyway, whatever. Where did that come from? I was gonna say something about that. There was a point.
We're all over the place, but we always are.
No, this is all over the place radio. It really is. Especially,
there's just so much.
Well, there is. And I agree.
If you try to go linearly, you will go mad.
It's true. Well, there is so much work to do, and that's probably, it does get me a little bit over my head over heels in a way, because a lot of times I'm talking and like words are coming out of my mouth, and another thought is racing up behind it, trying to catch up, and then it like overtakes it. And then I forget what the other fucking thought was. You know what I mean? And it's annoying.
It happens all the time. My train of thought jumps the tracks and goes off the rails, and all too often winds up in the gutter.
But what was I talking? I was talking about Mitch McConnell, and then whatever. These people, just talking about the American people. If the American people don't understand that living paycheck to paycheck isn't middle class, then we have work to do. Do you know what I mean? That's what we're doing here. If you're, like, for example, you're saying that you went for your surgery and you just don't have a lot of cushion to fall back on, and this is America here, and we have people listening from other countries. They're in shock about what we go through here, to have to to just live. To live our lives, it takes courage, and that's why we'll win, because just in spite of everything, Robyn, in spite of the world, you know what I mean, that you were born into, in this effed up country, this racist ass, this homophobic, transphobic ass, effed up country, you still did it anyway. Do you know what I mean? And that's why we will win.
Sure.
Because you cannot stop humanity. You can't stop it. We are. No matter what.
You can't. There's an old tale about an ancient English king named Canute.
Yeah. And
Canute thought himself quite powerful, and he was Danish. The English have a predilection for inviting in somebody else to be king. But King Canute was legendarily said to have stood on the shore of the sea, and because he was king, commanded the ocean, the tide, not to come in. You know what the tide did? Came in anyway.
Yes, I remember this story. I think that was Canute.
And so that...
Go ahead, sorry.
Yeah, and so, that's the essence of
right.
Republican political philosophy.
Yes,
telling nature, telling human evolution to just stop it. Stop it, Spock.
Right, right. But I think that am I wrong about that story though? But I thought that Canute was doing that to prove that he wasn't all powerful. He was showing everybody that.
Right.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. Not that he was surprised that it didn't stop, but he was showing them.
He was not. No. But he did it. He went, and it came in anyway. Some things are inexorable. Some things are inevitable.
And that's and I agree 100%, because that's why we will win, because we're on the right side of humanity. This is the right side of humanity, Robyn. You are on the right side of humanity.
And everything,
I
like
as
to think
trite
so.
as that sounds.
And everything that we find so, but everything that we find so frustrating, every attempt to hold back progress, every attempt to keep people down, we need to understand that these are, an analogy that I like to use, These are the howls of a woolly mammoth who has wandered into a tar pit and is sinking, 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 and soon will be heard from no more. So it bellows to the top of its lungs as the tar rises around them. And that's
right.
what Republicans are right now.
You got
They'll
it.
be gone.
You right. You are right. Thank
I'd
you,
like
Robyn.
to live to see that day.
And I hope so.
Thank you, Tara.
And we will win, because we're on the right side of history. We're on the right side of decency,
Hear,
dignity, democracy. We stick together. We win. My name is Tara Devlin. I'm talking to Robyn Kincaid. We will win. I'll see you soon.
Bye now.
Hold on a second. Boom. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, that's the end of a Tarabuster for this evening. I know. It's been a roller coaster. We've run the gamut of emotions. We've tackled a plethora. Is it plethora? Is it clitoris or
Plethora?
or clitoris? Or no, plethora
Well,
or plethora?
I'll have to wait on that one.
Right.
Ask me after Tuesday.
Oh, you'll have fun with your, yeah. Just remember to take a break every now and then. I'm just kidding. We got to give it time. Give it time. Give it time. Don't give it a couple of months. It's going to be fun. All right. Listen, you're going to have fun.
so.
It's going to be great. This is exciting. And thank you. Thank you for bringing me along, because and thank you for the courage to do it. I know. What other word can I say? It's just, at the risk of sounding like an idiot, but I appreciate it. I appreciate it.
It means so much. I appreciate you.
You don't know how many people that you're helping, and anyway, that's why it's important.
I dare to hope so. That's my goal.
Yeah, because no matter what, Republicans that's why they're gonna lose eventually, because people they know this is this is correct. It's live and let live. Anyway, all right, guys, listen up. That's it, guys. I'm exhausted from life. Look at me. I'm tired. And so we're going to go get unconscious. I'm going to get unconscious, and hopefully I don't meet any. I don't have very vivid dreams like you're talking about. I have another friend who has vivid dreams, and he always tells me about them. And they're very funny. Like they have guest stars. It's it's almost like a Lifetime movie. He'll tell me. He's like, "Oh my God, I had a dream that," and like I'll be in them, and then I don't know, Judith Light will be in it, and different B movie actors, and like whole scenes unfold, and different. There's costume changes and everything. It's insane. I never have any dreams like that. I don't know. I think I have dreams where I'm naked, I'm falling, and my teeth are flying out of my skull.
It's the part where you wake up and you wake up and you go, "What the was that?"
Right. That usually happens when I'm awake.
Every now and then that's life. But every now and then one of them happens, and then I'll be somewhere and I'll go, "Damn, that was in the dream."
Right.
Happened a couple of days ago here in Birmingham.
Right. That's it. Well, I'm glad you're writing them down, and they definitely. I mean, you're reading your poetry. I can't wait to read the book too. So thank you. All right, listen up.
I started counting them. There's a bunch of them.
What? A bunch of what? Books? What? Or poems? What do you mean?
Poems. Yeah, poems. Yeah. There's a book's worth.
I gotta write a poem. Look, I gotta do everything you do. I'm writing a poem too. I'm gonna write a book of poems. 2. I'm just kidding. I'm only kidding.
Yeah, all you gotta do is sit down and open a vein and bleed out a pint.
Right. Exactly. All right, guys. Thank you, Robyn. And when will I be able to find out about the surgery on Tuesday? Because I know that everyone will be interested as well to find out like an update. When will we be able to?
Like I said, as quick as I sober up, we'll send out the ugly picture.
Okay.
As quick as I have a phone in my hands.
I'm gonna be worried. All right. Well, I'll be praying and chanting Nam Myoho Renge Kyo for you. So it'll be great. It's gonna be great.
I appreciate it.
It's gonna be great.
It will be awesome.
All right, guys, listen up. We're talking to Robyn Kincaid, and this is the end of Tarabuster, Unapologetic Liberal Talk. We usually hang out. I'll probably see you probably Wednesday. Robyn's surgery's on Tuesday, so please send your prayers and good vibes her way, and it'll be great when we get the good news. I'll just be incredibly anxious waiting for it. That's all. So, but we definitely, as soon as we'll all get the word out, and so everybody can breathe easy, know that we're through the woods and the healing.
Yeah, once we put out the news, we'll just use the hashtag It's a Girl.
There you go. Oh, that's awesome. That's amazing. All right, guys, thank you so much. And like I said, we will win. My name is Tara Devlin. Thank you so much, Robyn, for hanging out for these last couple of hours, running the gamut of emotions.
Yeah, it was a blast.
Laughing, crying, technical problems. And other than that, I will see you. I'm just looking for where's my buttons? Guys, I'll see you very soon.